People, is Byron here with my guy Thad, back with another one, man. Today we're gonna be talking about wholesaling for free because yesterday we had our guy Ty, the investor, on the show, and you didn't check out that show, you missed it yesterday. Go check out the show with Ty, the investor. But we jumped on a topic, and he was talking about wholesaling for free. So I was thinking, why don't we do a wholesale for free Friday? Like that would be pretty cool. Wholesale for free Friday. So today we're gonna be talking about how you guys can wholesale for free this Friday. So yeah, man, we're gonna jump right into this thing. But how you feeling today, Thad, on a wholesale for free Friday?
I mean, after Ty's live yesterday, like I'm still feeling like the residual pumped upness from that live. I don't know if y'all seen it, but if y'all didn't see it, you should most definitely search through Ariana Next Door's videos and check it out. I don't know if I'm sure it was live on Instagram, right? It was live on Instagram and TikTok and everything, but I don't think they can see the record. You can only see the recording on
YouTube.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all make sure y'all follow him on YouTube so y'all can watch it again and again, like I'm going to, because there's a lot of good stuff in there. I feel pumped. I feel good.
Yeah, I had to go back. I've already went back and watched it again, man. I gotta set up my colors, color coordinate, get me some shirts, get me a hat, all my gear. So I could be like, I gotta get me a logo though, man. I
I'm
gotta come up
already I'm already guessing what your color gonna be, but I don't want to say anything and jinx it, so I don't know if I should say it, but I'm like,
like I like navy blue. Like that's kind of
oh,
like
for real? Oh, okay, that's not what I was gonna say. That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say a different color, but I thought it had something to do with your boys.
no. I ain't gonna do that, man. I ain't gonna.
Purple's a royal color, man.
Yeah, purple is a royal color, but I like, I like navy blue stuff like that. Not too bold, but then again, maybe I need to be bold. That green on the jet, it's kind of bold.
Yeah, it's kind of bold.
But anyways, man, somebody already asking on IG, how much did you or are you gonna make in your third year of wholesaling? I'm gonna make $100 million in my third year of wholesaling. I'm declaring it, right?
Declaring it. I'm like, man, the months 27 days in the month. Like, how much you gonna make at the end? Like, wow. Talk about projections.
I'm telling
You know,
you, bro.
like, I'm
Action,
like, ask me again in October.
I'm
like,
telling
like,
you.
like, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's great. How much am I gonna make? So you know, I guess not knowing what I'm gonna make is better than knowing what I'm gonna make. Like when I was teaching, I knew that hey, look, I'm gonna make $60,000. I'm gonna make $70,000. This year teaching, right? I'm gonna make $70,000. I already know, money in the bank, right?
I,
But
I, yeah, I've had people ask me that kind of stuff, and they're like, your goals. I'm like, what I can control, I can say, we are gonna send 10,000 texts a day. We are
yeah,
gonna work, from nine.
yeah,
Like I can like no, but the rest, I don't know. Like I had no idea. Could be 100,000, K houses. Could be 50K houses, 10K houses, 5K houses. No idea.
yeah. You really don't know when you're an entrepreneur, and times like kind of last year, the middle of the year, that kind of changed stuff up. Like you asked somebody last year how much money you gonna make, they may have said, "Whoa, I look like I'm gonna make $1 billion this year." Next thing you know, that correction start happening. They're like, "Whoa," like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Um,
like, if you'd asked me January of last year when I was rolling, I would be like, "Yeah, I think I'll make at least $1 million this year." You know what I'm saying? So, but when a correction or something happens, you start thinking like, I don't know. It's gonna depend. Like, there's more factors that go into this. It's not like it's really the opposite of where I was at, where I could just say, "Hey, I'm gonna make this." It's hard to really project, but
it is.
I mean,
You
if
can
I was
sometimes
guessing,
I feel like. maybe you can't especially like the money, but maybe you can project the deals. Like you're like, I'm going to try to get 5 deals a month or 3 deals a month, but
Yeah,
how much those deals are gonna be? 50K, 40K, 10K, 5, like,
yeah, they
yeah,
can change like crazy.
no idea, no idea. At
But
least I no idea.
I would say, if you ask me, if I had to just guess, I would say, I don't know, man. I gotta at least be able to average 40K a month. From the looks of it right now, like today, like from the
From
looks
today.
of it today, the fact that got a wholesale deal, I'm doing 3 flips, from today, right? I say 50, 40K a month, which is gonna leave me around what, 500, 600,000,
Six
something
hundred
like
thousand. He's speaking it to his existence, and I mean, I think 600,000 will at least be what you made last year. So,
that. Yeah.
uh, you know,
I don't know, man, but we're gonna see if I can get that done or not. But
he
but yeah,
said
what's up,
six
fellas?
hundred thousand. He said he ain't even stretching. He
You
said,
are no, I ain't even stretching. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I do that. Yeah, I ain't even stretching. You just walk in the gym, you just put it on the bar, and you just boom, boom, boom. I ain't even stretch. I ain't warming up.
yeah,
I
he
ain't.
ain't stretching or nothing, man.
But Wu Tang said, great interview yesterday with Ty. Appreciate it, Wu Tang, man. Always check it in, man. So Tracy, no, T said, "What's up, big dog? What's going on, man?" So I'm sorry. Tan said, "People make that in a year. Amazing either way." Dude, it's gonna be amazing either way, man. If I say 600,000, if I have a epic failure and make 300,000, I think I'll be
I
okay.
think you'll be all right.
Yeah, but you know, but the key is we're not, we ain't going in that direction. We want to talk about how can people start wholesaling and how can they start wholesaling for free on a Friday, right? A wholesale free Friday. I think we should make it a thing, Thad. What do you think?
Make it a thing every Friday, wholesale free Friday. I don't know, man. I feel like this new you. Like, does anybody even recognize Ariana next door? Because Ariana next door, like, he don't never like to talk about wholesaling for free. Not
That's
even
what I'm
what.
saying. It was just, I like to talk about it because it's like, stop trying to wholesale for free.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. Reverse. You get
Yeah,
him with the
title
okie
first,
doke. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hit him with the
It's
okie
like,
doke.
I was like, get her to tell stories of how people try to wholesale for free, and it's like it ain't working, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you see it over and over and over again. It's like somebody, spinning their wheels so hard trying to wholesale for free, and it's like, dude, if you would just spend a couple of $100 doing this and doing that, then you would already get a deal. It's like, if you would spend time bringing people value, you would already get a deal. You got wholesalers out there that you can bring value to, and how can, like, what are some things that are valuable to wholesalers? What's the most valuable thing to Thad? Thad already told you what's the most valuable thing to him. Buyers, right?
Oh,
It's
like, what do you
you
say?
go to that and say, hey man, I got a buyer here, right? Or I
Yeah,
got a buyer that's buying, and I know Thad is in whatever area Thad is in. Or I can ask that, hey Thad, what area you in? I got a buyer there. Or go find him a buyer there. And it's like, hey, I found a buyer here, man. You ever found a deal? Send it to me. I can get you an offer. Bam.
yeah,
Here we go. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's true.
bring people who already doing deals, bring them value. How about that?
And that's free.
And that's
Kinda.
free.
It's the internet.
Wholesale free Friday, baby. Wholesale free Friday. You already doing deals. Just bring value. I'm in Atlanta. If you have buyers in Atlanta, you know, you bringing value, man. Bring value. Hey, I got a buyer in Atlanta. They interested in these type of properties. Maybe I get a property that fits that and shoot it to him like, hey, that guy said that he got a buyer. Let me see, let me see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Send it over
Yeah.
to them. Give me an offer. It works. Well, now we got a deal. You just wholesale for free. I'm just saying, man.
It's just like I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Somebody check his pulse, and we're
You
gonna
are-
run. We're gonna need to run the DNA
shouldn't run,
test.
you shouldn't run out here and start thinking that you just gonna wholesale for free. It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. But if you want to, what we talk about that, if you want to wholesale for free, you better do it right.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, and we did most definitely talk about that. Like, there's different levels of freeness, and some will get you a lot farther than others.
I'm telling you,
Uh,
yeah, it's
some, yeah, there's a lot of different levels. I mean, some will take you a long time to get there.
yeah. Some of them is just waste your time. But
That's a
uh,
good point. That's a good point, Byron.
Corey said, "Are you a buyer?" Yes, I'm buying. I'm actually flipping like 3 houses right now, man. If you got a three bedroom, 2 bath, anywhere between 1,200, 1,800 square feet, anywhere really in the Atlanta area. I'm trying to stay outside of the perimeter. Yeah, I buy it, man. You know what I'm saying? I buy it. Like I'm into buying, fixing and flipping now. So
Byron also likes multifamily. Yeah, unless you
I
like
do like
duplex
multi.
or real estate.
I'm buying 2 multifamilies this year, man. So you got multifamily, send it to me. Anything from a duplex all the way up, man. I try closing that mug, you know. So if you got something, send it my way, man. You got multifamily. Go ahead and send it. Um, and if you need to send a deal in, send it to this email address I'm typing in on IG and on YouTube. Uh, there we go. Yep. So send it to the email address. Send us properties. Even if you just need a offer on any property, we can use our, network of buyers and get you some offers. But yeah, man, the interview with Ty was great yesterday. We talked about wholesaling for free. He was talking about like, dude, the number one thing with wholesaling is consistent marketing. And if, you can't consistently market without spending some money, right? It's like, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. Most people's like, I got $5,000, I got $6,000. Like, dude, you don't need $5,000-$6,000, but you might need $500-$600, right? It's like, it's hard to save up $5,000-$6,000, right? But surely, surely you can save up $500, right? It's like, surely you can say, you probably can get going. I say $300, you're good, right? And you can get $300 by working about. I give you 4 days at Papa John's, you can get $300 at least. Right? Work a little, probably a 5-hour shift, 4 days, that's what 20 hours. You'll make $300, right? Just delivering pieces, right? So don't you tip the pizza man that?
I go get it myself.
Oh, okay. Have you ever
And I
have
pay
you ever
online
tipped a
before I leave
pizza
the
man?
house, so they don't have to, we don't have that awkward, tip. I pay before I leave the house, so uh, but
Have you
that's
ever
just,
tipped a pizza man?
yeah. The delivery guy, if you bring it to my house, I'll tip you. If I go
How
pick
much
it up,
how much you tip the pizza man? How
is
much do
it
you tip people in general, Thad? Like
is
how
it
much
raining? Is it raining?
you are dumb, man. When you go to restaurants,
I
when you go eat your burgers,
I
your
normally I
pizza
normally I
and all
normally
that
tip.
stuff.
I normally go get it. Only reason I wouldn't go get it if it's like really cold outside or it's raining, like something like inclement weather. So but you probably give you like $5 or something. Like lucky for me, my pizza place is really like what you want to say, 3 minutes away from my house, 4 minutes
Yeah,
away from my house. So I
yeah.
feel like you drove 4 minutes, I gave you $5. Like, you know,
But the
I
thing is, like, I was living at Papa John's. What I would do is like, you gonna have more than one delivery when you go out. So if I go to their house pick up five, I'm gonna go to somebody else. I pick up another five. I just made 10. I'm back to Papa John's. You know what I'm saying? It's like, go pick up some more and let's go. It's like, dude, you can easily make make that money, man. And they always hiring. They always hiring, man. They're just always hiring. So
We
I'm
gotta
just
we gotta get you one of them NIL deals.
yeah, gotta give me an NIL. I'll promote like a mother. Shaq
You
got
gotta have
his
to
own NIL with Papa John's or
we're
something.
gonna have to hashtag Ariana Store NIL, you
Yeah.
know. But we're gonna have to like get you a sponsorship or something because you bring them up a lot. Hopefully they can sponsor some videos or something.
Well,
We'll
hey,
put we'll put
but that
Papa
was my
John commercials
startup
in the
money
middle of
though.
these videos.
Like that was my startup money though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I bring it up. It's like that was my startup money to even put money into this, so that I can get going. So, that's what I think about. Speaking of getting going, I got closing today, at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to roll out a little bit early and let that, take the mantle, you know.
Oh man. Y'all don't tar and feather me. I mean I'll answer any questions y'all got. If I see some questions, pop up, hopefully anybody want to know something today, you know, anybody trying to learn something, got any questions, and I'll hold it down. But if not, I'll probably shut it down when he head out the door. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. If there's a lot of questions in here or not. Be
We'll
the
see, man. We already got Wu Tang came through, Troy Battle came through. We got to see if you got Ali come through, But anyway, so back to wholesaling for free, man. I think the best way to wholesale for free, and I'm seeing this more and more, is just find buyers, and then because most time finding buyers is free, and then leverage those buyers, to get deals done, right? I think that's the best way to wholesale for free. But like I said, I would advise not wholesaling for free, right? I would advise that, because if you put a little bit in the marketing, if you have the end buyers and put a little bit into the marketing, then you become like then you control the whole deal,
Then you
right?
become a legit wholesaler. Is that what you got to say? Saying you're not legit unless that's what you were saying. Then you
No.
become a real boy.
Yeah, you become a real man. But dude, I'm telling you, if you can go out there and if you got cash buyers, you can do some marketing. Like that could change everything for you. You could start doing like at the beginning, like I would have like 50% of deals. But like once I start cutting out these other people and start going all the way in and being direct to well, I was always direct to seller, but being direct to buyer, I'm direct to seller and direct to buyer. That's when I really start seeing like the 10K deals, 15K deals. Like somebody was asking, I think I was watching Chris Jefferson interview with Toddy. And they was on IG and it's like the average deal size is like $7,000. I'm like, most of my deals are like 14, they're above $10,000, right? Mainly because I'm maybe in a metro area and that's just what I aim. Like I just aim for that much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you when your mind shifts and you just ain't like Sean Terry was talking about this. Like you expect $10,000, that's what you start getting. Sometimes you expect it to be a low amount, but when you start expecting to get the 10K deal, it just start happening. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the big things, man. But try to get direct to buyer, because I'll say that's the easiest thing to do at first if you don't have money, and then try to get direct to seller, right? So I think that's a big thing. What do you think, Dad, about this wholesaling for free?
I mean, I'm right there with you with the get the buyers. The buyers are like, I don't know. It's like they're like high performing assets or something. Like imagine like you the
It's like
company. you're collecting, like, this is my portfolio. Nobody got a portfolio of sellers. I mean, but you get a portfolio of buyers. You get a portfolio of buyers, like, that's something you can market. That's something you can, live off of, for a long time. And you're only doing that work one time. Um, it's almost like owning like rental property or something, like, he get paid and paid and paid and paid and paid over knowing these buyers. Whereas knowing sellers, I mean, you get some money. You can get some referrals. You can get referrals from sellers. Um, but you probably won't get as many deals off of one seller. The most deals I've ever gotten pushed to me from one seller, which is a lot. John's out there. He referred to me one, two, three, four, five. He referred me 5 deals in his
Dude,
house. So 6 deals.
that is a lot.
It's a lot.
That is a
It's
lot.
a lot. But that is not normal, or at least maybe it is normal, and I'm underperforming a wholesaler. But I typically do not get 6 referrals from a seller. But you can have a buyer buy 6 properties or more, or 10 buyer. That could be an average buyer buy 6 properties from you. But an average seller is not going to give you 6 deals.
So
Um,
your best seller got you 6 deals. How many deals did your
six
best buyer get?
six potential. They didn't all close.
6 potential deals.
I
How many
got
deals
out of
did
the
your best
six.
buyer get?
I got 2 of them to close. I only got 2 of them to close.
So 2 closes.
Two
How many
closes.
closes did you get for your best buyer? Can't even count.
About to say it's more. It's way more than 6. Might be 10. I don't know. Like,
Might
might
be
be more than
15.
10. Like it's probably like it. I don't know. Like, he killing it. Like, it's probably at least like 10 or something. Maybe 8, 10. Like, it's he most definitely killing it.
So Troy says, do buyers look at beginners as assets for them since a beginner don't have like skin in the game?
Do buyers look at beginners as assets for them, and a beginner don't have any skin in the game? What do you want me to answer? Or you want what you think,
No,
Brian?
go ahead. You already talking. Go ahead.
Uh, I'm gonna say probably not much of an asset. Um, I think that some of the buyers and I'm not even sure exactly what you mean by skin in the game. Like, they don't have any skin in the game, so
They don't
that's
have
an
like
asset.
experience. Probably they don't have any experience. They don't have like they probably don't have like a pipeline of deals and stuff
So,
like that.
so I'm like, if I'm a buyer and I got wholesalers like calling me, emailing me and texting me and stuff, and then like, oh, I've never done this before. I think we've talked about this before. Like, sometimes when you're dealing with people, and they're like, oh man, you're my first house, or you're my first whatever. People like, I want to go with the person who seems like they do this all the time and they know what they're doing. I want to go with the experienced person.
Yeah,
Now, if you could maybe say, like, I work for a company and I am new at this company, but my company has done a lot of deals, and so people get like, oh, it's not him, it's the company. Maybe believe, like, if you had a nice website and you said you were somebody new, maybe. But I'm gonna say no to your question. I do not think they look at you as an asset if you were a beginner, because they probably want somebody experienced. Because if not, you're probably gonna send them stuff that's not a deal. You're probably gonna send like, hey, is this you want this house? It's way too much. Get that out of here. Hey, you want why are you sending me this stuff? You're a beginner. You don't know what you're doing. I
but Thad,
can't. What?
has any buyer asked you, hey there, how many deals have you done?
No buyer has ever asked me how many deals I have done.
So how do they know?
But I do not tell them that, like, even when I was a beginner, I did not tell them I was a beginner. Uh,
Exactly.
like, we have done this before. Like, you have supreme confidence. Like, maybe not, but you walk with your swag like you've done this before. You know, you don't want them to having to ask you, oh, he's an asset because he's never done this before. That is a wrong, like at least for me, like that's a but you do this all the time. You know,
Yeah,
if you don't do it all the time, then maybe your company, hey, my company does this all the time. I'm new, this is our website, or whatever. Like maybe if you don't, hey, I work with investors that do this all the time.
yeah.
You know,
So it's like,
I'm new at this company, but my investors do this all the time, and
yeah,
we are ready to lock and load and do this.
that's that's what I'm saying. I always tie myself to my investors. So like, if I say, hey, I work with investors or whatever, but I would say what you need to do is like, I think a big thing is just talking like you have confidence, talking like you've done deals. You know, that's just like calling somebody up and just acting like this is routine, right? It's like you talking to a buyer like this is routine. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm sending you the stuff that fit your criteria. This is what we do. Like it's routine, right?
Okay, like I talk.
Okay, like I talk it first.
Okay, okay,
Dude,
talk.
you gotta talk like a routine. And then like if you in, it's like don't have a Gmail. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh, the guy a freaking rookie. You know what I'm saying? It's like it gotta be Thaddeus at, right? It gotta be Thad at .com, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's when they're looking like, oh, and then you get you a little logo down there at the bottom. Don't mess around and put a professional looking picture out there. You're like, ooh, Then you
Yeah,
really have some people responding. Then you get the address, company name, da da da. You really get some people responding. So that's when you start looking like, man, this guy is legit. And then get yourself a position, right? Senior acquisitions manager at or senior disposition manager at sometimes like, hey, I just stepped into the disposition role at your company name, and it's like you want to use titles, you want to have professional email, you want to
agreed.
you put that professional picture at the bottom of that email, man. And then you put. I'm telling you, all that stuff at the end. To them looking like it got serious. It got a logo. They look like a real company. So dude,
Yeah,
nobody really asks people how many deals they did. It's like, dude, you just gotta look like it. Like, I be telling
yeah,
Thad
you got,
that all the time. Thad be asking questions like, how we gonna? I'm like, dude, you just have to look like it. It's like,
yeah,
you just gotta look like it, man. You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta have experience. You just gotta look like it. It's
yeah.
like,
Don't let them know you're a beginner. I mean, if you don't have to, if you ain't gotta let them know, I wouldn't. Like, say you're going to
talk
get a
about
surgery or something. Like, hey, I just want to let you know you're my first person I ever, did surgery on. You probably like, I don't want to go to this
it.
person. I don't think that's an accident. I like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Like, dude, I promise you, I started doing all kind of deals with people. They didn't know that I was a beginner wholesaler. They didn't know that I was a teacher. Like they didn't know none of that. They thought that I was a business person. This is what I did. They thought maybe I was at meetings all day. They thought it's like, but dude, I was just doing business with them. They didn't even know. Like I told them later on, like, man, I'm a teacher. They're like, huh? you know, I told them like, man, I just started doing this. Like, huh? Even the people at the closing attorney's office, like they treated me like I was just a guy. And I was like, dude, I'm a teacher down the road. Huh? So you just operate as if you're supposed to be there, right? It's like that's all you got to do. But anyways, man, speaking of closings, I gotta go to this closing attorney's office right now. We got 8 people up in here. Y'all blast my guy Thad with we got 9 people.
All right,
Blast my guy
I'm
Thad
gonna hang
with
out here for a little bit. If any of y'all got any questions now, I don't think I can see the questions in Instagram. So I'm pretty sure I think I can see
People on
Facebook and
Instagram
YouTube.
go over to YouTube.
Yeah,
People on
Facebook,
Instagram go
YouTube,
over to
I can see
YouTube.
the question.
Jordan's up in this thing.
Oh, Jordan's up in here.
Oh, hit her with the questions, Jordan. Thad
I hit.
had a closing last week. Y'all asked him about his closing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did have a close. I got closing on Tuesday.
got
Uh,
closing on. Don't tell him the
yeah,
story,
that.
Thad.
Oh, tell them the story. Which close? I was supposed to tell the story about that call I had with that lady, but I'm like I can't even remember how to. I'm
Yeah,
like, did they sign?
I'm gonna go pick up this check, Troy. Like my guy Ty said, man, I'm starting to get them wired in. So but like my
I
guy
don't know why he don't get
Ty
them
said,
wired.
Ty said I need to get the check and post it. That's what they want to see. Troy want to see a check, man.
All right. Go get the check. Go get the checks for the
Okay.
fans. Go run it up.
They got 10 people up in there. Now that they know that you're gonna be up in, they're like,
Oh
well, let's
man, let
go
me
ahead and get
see.
in
Like I said, guys, I don't got much to talk about, but y'all got some questions. I'll most definitely answer them.
there. Go ahead and tell them about the 2 deals that you just had.
Okay. All right.
Go get them.
I'll tell them about the 2 deals that I
All
had.
right. Peace
That's what I'll
out,
talk about.
everybody. Until next week, Thad gonna hold it down. And
I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna hold it. Byron gonna be driving.
for an
Listen to
hour.
this
Y'all
last.
go ahead. 10 people. We need at least 10 questions, and Thad will run it for the next 30 minutes.
All right. Yeah. 10 questions. I can knock those out. So but my 2 deals. Now the crazy thing is I had a deal close last Friday, and I'm like, what deal? Like what deal was it? It was a deal I had down in Orlando, and I had to sell it under contract. I couldn't find a buyer. I sent it to a bunch of iBuyers. Like I sent it to like 10 iBuyers. Everybody was coming in too low. Um, let the seller go because it wasn't going to work. And what did I do? Oh, I knew I had a buyer in like a whole different state. I had a buyer in North Carolina, and he told me that he was looking for Airbnbs. And so I'm like, okay, well, I know somebody with a house down in Florida that maybe you could make a Airbnb out of. And he's like, okay, but I'm like, I don't have it under contract anymore. So he's like, well, contact them and see if they, they'd be interested in selling. So I contacted them. They hadn't sold yet, and their neighbor had gave them some kind of like really low offer, even lower than like I guess what my hedge funds were offering them. What we got here? Oh, Alex. Oh, what are iBuyers? All right, let me see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not used to doing this. He says JB Buck says, what are iBuyers? So iBuyers are institutional buyers. Those are your big buyers. That's like your, maybe your Open Door, your Zillow, your like I don't know what it like, big buyers. They, they're like big hedge funds. They're hedge funds. So yeah, they're hedge funds, but institutional buyers. So you send it to like a big company to buy houses. So I sent it to a bunch of companies, and they were all giving me like really low offers. Mostly because interest rates, blah 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 blah. Oh, look, I'm trying to keep up with these comments. Thinking of joining. Hold on one second. Question: I'm thinking of joining a company. They want 40% profit to another 40% to mentor me, and 20% comes to me. 40% for the profit, 40% to mentor, 20 comes to me for 90 to 108 days. Does that sound like a good move? Um, I'm gonna answer E Hill's question, then I'll go back to me. Nice to meet you, E Hill. I don't really like that. 40% to your company, 40% to the mentor. I think that's a horrible deal. I think that there are plenty of wholesalers that you can reach out to, and maybe they can mentor you, and maybe your mentor says, hey, you work for me, I'll split the deals with you 50-50. But 50-50 is going to be way more than the 20% that you get now. Like you can learn the game at 50-50 and not get 20%. I think 20% is outrageous, like outrageous. And you can learn the game from people, and maybe they don't even take 50-50, or maybe they take 50 off your first JV or something, just to show you, like do it this way, this. But after that 50%, you already know what to do, and you should be able, like, after one or two deals, be able to do it yourself. So, like, I think that's a horrible thing. It does not sound good. I would try to get a mentor that doesn't do a 80 to 90, 90 to 180 day thing like that. I think it sounds really bad. I know lots of wholesalers that, can help you out. I mean, if you got questions, me and Byron are live every day. I mean, he got contracts. We could tell you what closing attorneys to use. We could tell you what testing platforms to use. I mean, I don't know what you need from those people, but it's not worth only getting 20%. I think it's a bad idea. Oh, you got another. Uh, you appreciate that. No problem, man. I mean, I just don't want nobody taking advantage of y'all. Like, yeah, that I would say at that point they're taking advantage of you. Um, you just find somebody. A fair thing will either be you know, maybe you cold call for them, and y'all split the deals, or B, you could just, like I said, hang around here. If you said, are you on that store, Byron? I need uh a contract. We got contracts. If you said, hey, can y'all, I think we even have videos of, like, how to fill out a contract. Just watch the video, like, how to fill out a contract. There's the videos in here. You ain't gonna lose half your money with that. So if you got any questions, we're here every day, and you can ask the questions. If it's something we can't answer, um, I mean, we could probably find the answer, or, like, if it's something really, really complicated, you could buy Byron's course. Byron has a course. It's gonna be cheaper than you losing half your, 80% of your deals for 90 to 180 days. So. But yeah, no problem. So iBuyers. So I tried all my iBuyers. I let the person go, and I found a regular buyer up in North Carolina who wanted some Airbnbs, and I was like, okay, I might have an Airbnb property for you down in Orlando, if you're interested. And they're like, yeah, maybe. So I called the seller. I'm like, hey, you still got the house? They're like, yes, I still got the house. Um, I'm like, would you be interested in, me trying to, sell it again? I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. Like, I'm upfront with my sellers. When I tell them, I'm like, hey, I am not the person buying your house. I work for people who buy houses. You know, I work for investors. I work for iBuyers. They have a criteria. Let me see. So I got a new comment. How did you find a buyer in North Carolina? I'm in North Carolina a lot, actually. I'm in, like, Raleigh, Charlotte, Winston-Salem. Um, if you ever ask me a buyer, we'll tell you that it's real easy to find buyers when you're talking to agents. So you can call agents. I call a lot of agents. You can look on PropStream and look and see, like, who bought houses cash, and so put go on PropStream, set it to cash buyers, and then change the date of the purchases. Like, people who bought houses between, I'd say this, set it at, like, people who own five houses or more, and people who bought houses within the last, like, 2 years, year and a half. And you'll see on PropStream their names and stuff. You can look them up on True People Search. You can skip trace them and call those people. Those are cash buyers. I call a lot of agents too. Like, I spend a lot of my week talking to agents and asking the agents, about doing listings, about if they have cash buyers. Just put my name, put my face out there. But that's how I got that buyer in North Carolina. That buyer was also an agent. He was an agent and a buyer. So I called that seller down in Orlando, and they said they still had it. And then I sent it to the guy in North Carolina, and he's like, it looks like it might be a deal. He's kind of wishy-washy. So I went to another guy. He was a wholesaler who he's a wholesaling agent. I don't know if y'all know of any agents who wholesale, but I'm actually studying for my real estate license, so I can also be an agent who wholesales. If y'all know any agents that do wholesale, y'all can feel free to put them in the comments because I always like to know agents to wholesale. But I talked to an agent who was wholesaling in Orlando, and he has a team of agents who also wholesale. And he was like, "Hey, I'll do a deal. I think I got a buyer, for it." And I was like, "Okay." At this point, I didn't send it to like 10 hedge funds. The house, I want to say like the ARV was around like 400K, 390, 400K. Um, so it's not a very cheap property. A lot of your mom and pop, I'd say investors are probably, at least mine. I don't know what kind of mom and pop investors y'all have. My mom and pop investors are like, maybe 80K, 100K, 150K, maybe 200K, but not a lot of them are buying like, $300,000 houses, maybe a duplex or a triplex or something, but not 300. Hedge funds do though. I buyers do. But he said he was gonna work some magic. So I was like, okay, go ahead. Send it out to your people, to your network. And that's like when Byron was saying like how you can wholesale without the seller. He's just sending this to his buyers. He's just like, I got some buyers, I know some people, just putting themselves in the middle. That's what a lot of wholesalers do. But at the time, I didn't have a buyer anyway, so go ahead. Um, so that's what we ended up doing, and that's how we closed on that house. I had almost, like I sent it to a bunch of hedge funds. I sent it to some other buyers. I sent it to other wholesalers I knew. Nobody knew. Nobody had a buyer for this. But like I said, he's got a business model. We got a question. Jamie Buck got a question. How do you guys follow up process look like right now? Um, our follow up process. We have a VA. Her name is Laura, and Laura is in Podio. Podio and Lunch Control, keeping up with like the hot leads, like hot nurture. I forgot. It's nurture, warm, hot. She's calling the hot leads, keeping up with them, calling them, texting them, and she has to do like so many a day. But she does most of that. Most of the time, if I have to call them myself, it's because maybe the situation is too complicated for her to do. So, or it's too complicated, or maybe Byron's got to do it because it's too complicated for her to do it, or something, or she don't feel comfortable. I don't know, something she don't understand. But a lot of times our VA does it, our head VA. Our regular VAs don't do it so much. They're busy just like most of the time they're testing. But yeah, we got like a boss VA who does a lot of the follow ups. But yeah, we track them in Podio and Launch Control. Um, the other property I got, because I got a property closing next Tuesday. It's in South Georgia, and it's a fiveplex. It was my first fiveplex, yo. So I was pretty excited about that because I hadn't done any commercial real estate. 5 units or more is commercial. Um, so I was pretty excited about that. Just doing something I hadn't done. I mean, it's still a house, it's still real estate. It's just something I hadn't done. Like I got real close to selling some land about 2 months ago, and I'm like I hadn't wholesale any land before, so that was kind of like a new thing, exciting. Um, but I got a 5 unit under contract. It's closing on Tuesday. The seller was acting real fishy though. He's still acting like he wouldn't give us the rent rolls for his tenants. He wouldn't say like, I'm renting this apartment out for this much money. He wouldn't say it before we inspected it. He won't say it after he inspected it. So the buyer had to buy it just based off what the building looked like. And I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm like, does he have any leases? But luckily, I have a buyer who buys like everything. So leases, no leases. it don't matter. Like he gonna buy it. So um, and it's a 5 unit. Like everybody's looking for a 5 unit. So that's what I got going on right now. But I got a couple other ones in the pipeline. I think I have like two, I got like 4 houses right now in the pipeline, but we're gonna see. I think I told you I got a house in Portsmouth. It's on the contract, and I've had a very hard time of getting people to look at this house for me. It's on I went to a website yesterday, We Go Look. I don't know if any of you guys use We Go Look, but you can pay We Go Look to go look at a property for you. Um, I want to say if you want them to look at the property the next day, it's $45. If you tell them to look at a property like 2 days, from that date, it's like $25. So I think it's very economic because I was gonna pay somebody $75 like a real estate agent to go take some cell phone pictures for me, but um $25 is a lot cheaper than $75. But yeah, that's We Go Look. We're probably gonna have to get a link for that or something, get an affiliate link so we get paid. But I've been using that. Well, I say I've been using it. I was going to use that, but I ended up talking to the property manager of the property, and they told me they would take the pictures for free. But I don't know if that's gonna. It's on the border of being a deal. But I know that the person has to sell because, like I told y'all, I have a special list of like pre foreclosure list. So he's on that list. So I know he's gonna have to like sell, and he's already talking like the seller. Like I mean, there's a tenant. The tenant is being evicted, and he's like, "Hey, can we close? Like I think I asked for like February. Maybe I asked for like March 7th, and he was like, "No, can you push it up? Can you push it up?" So then I was like, February 28th, and then he kept trying to push it down because he didn't want any days to be wasted while the tenant wasn't there. But I think even more so is that he does not have enough money to pay the mortgage payment, and he's already behind on his mortgage payments. I don't know about how much, but it's very big on his mind. So he keeps pushing down the closing date to as fast as possible. So even though I don't know if I have the price that he wants, I know I can get this house sold really quick. So we're about to find out. Ask me in like a week or two, and I'll let y'all know how this inspection goes. But um, I don't see any questions. And nobody has any more questions. Let me see. Let me make sure I answered everybody's questions. Then we got Jamie Buck. No questions. Nobody got no questions, huh? Nobody has any questions. But yeah, that's all I've been doing is working my special pre foreclosure. That's up in like Virginia, northeast northeast North Carolina. And then of course, like I said, I'm in North Carolina, like Charlotte, Raleigh, South Georgia, Orlando, Tampa. Let me see what we got here. Didn't know about We Go Look. Just sub for a deal in Petersburg for 15K by M buyer. Just got snubbed for a deal by M buyer. He went around you, man. So the M buyer like went around you and talked to the seller, without you. Is that what happened? Yeah, you gotta check out We Go Look. It's cheap. I think it's nationwide. Um, it's real nice. They send you like a little interview thing, like, hey, we're gonna have somebody reach out to you to make sure this is a good fit for our services, blah 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 blah. But after that, like it's a good fit for wholesalers, so you probably don't like it. But yeah, tell me about this like, so he went around you or what? I just want to make sure I understood it. You and Byron are in business together, so we are and we're not. We have two separate businesses. But when we started together, it was like we were both like, I used to be in Afghanistan. I was a contractor, and me and Byron have known each other since like, I don't know, since we were like teenagers or something. So he was like, Dad, quit your job, become a wholesaler, come back, let's be partners. So, he kept saying it. Then he kept showing me these big old checks all the time. Like he just be flashing me checks like while I'm at work. So he kept doing that. And then I was like, all right, maybe. At the time I was making like 16K a month as a contractor. So I was like, I don't know if I want to leave my job for this. But COVID happened and a lot of problems were happening on base. And so my wife didn't like it either. So I came back, and me and Byron have the same like virtual assistants. We have the same VAs. I write templates for both of us. We do like we have some things that we do together, like our Podio and our like texting platforms. But he has his own LLC. I have my own LLC. You know, we don't really wholesale in the same places. So, like I don't wholesale in Atlanta. Byron's in Atlanta. We try to like, go different places and stuff. So we're together, but we're not together. I don't know if that makes sense. But if I go on vacation or something, he'll make sure that my business is, still straight. He go on vacation or something. I'll look out for my boy. Um, what we got here? Any advice when partnering up? A coworker and I are planning to squad up to begin investing in wholesaling. What? That's great, Anita. It's nice to see you again. Um, any advice on it? So I got lots of advice on that because like I told y'all, that's how me and Byron are. There's a lot of different there's a couple different models of being partners. I've heard of some people do like one partner is acquisition, one partner is dispositions. 50-50 everything, like acquisitions, dispositions. I've heard of people who do like me and Byron do, where all these cars going by my house. Me and Byron do. He's got his own business. I've got my own business. We would pay like we used to like say prop stream is $100. So like I do $50, or he pay this month, I pay next month. He pay this month, I pay next month. Our testing platform, we used to use Lead Sherpa, and it was cheaper to get the most tests, but we couldn't like to skip trace like thousands of of addresses. It was cheaper for him to skip trace some, me to skip trace my own, but we get the cheaper package. Like the more we bought, the cheaper it was. So I would probably talk to your partner and decide like, is this both like you the dispositions, I'm the acquisitions, or are we just sharing resources and we have totally different companies? Or is it like a hybrid of like we share resources, we're different companies, but if I do this thing, I get this percent. If you do this thing, you get this percent. But try to get those things ironed out up front, because you don't want to be down the line when you got some kind of big deal coming and y'all not exactly sure who's supposed to get what money, and then y'all get into a fight and y'all on Mari or Oprah getting canceling about y'all business. So just make sure everything, as much as as much as possible, get it all like written out up front. you know um I would even like, it's going to be hard for you since you've never done it before to know what you need to write out. But if you want, like, I don't know, like you can call me or something and I'll probably just say like, what about if this happens, like who should get paid? I don't know, you can write it out to help you, like, because a lot of stuff you don't really think about it until you get there, because you didn't think about that you were going to need to say, you know whose money is it. you know I'll give you an example. Say referrals. If you helped your partner close, like say she had a totally different business and she's on vacation or something, and you get somebody to sign, and I don't know whatever percent you're gonna make. If they called you back later on and said, "Hey Anita, uh, I got another house for you to sell," whose deal is that? Is it her deal? Is it your deal? Or do y'all split it? Like, that's like something I don't think you probably thought about, but it's probably gonna happen eventually. So you really need to be like on that. If you got some questions, you can, like, I don't know, ask Byron, maybe on Instagram or go to my page. I'll give you like my phone number or something. You can text me or something. I'll let you know what I know. All right. Oh, and I saw your question on my video like a couple months ago. I didn't make that iBuyer video because as you heard, like I sent that property to like 10 iBuyers. All I was getting was low offers. So I was like, I don't know if I want to be telling people to go to iBuyers right now because iBuyers were not where it was at, but they are talking about maybe buying more in the next couple months. So might be time to go back. And if it is, I'll make that video on how do you find them and everything else. Because I still haven't answered your question on my video yet. Daniel said, "Yeah, all right, man. Uh, so I hate that happened for you. When you make a contract, sometimes in certain cities, you can go to like the county, whatever the county is for that property, and file like I want to say it's a memorandum of like an intent to buy the property. That clouds the title, so nobody. Oh, look, you wrote something else. Here you go. He said he could use his boots on. He said I could use his boots on the ground. Send the boots on the ground to look at the property, then turn around and got the. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh, that hurt, man. Man, it hurt. You gotta let people know who that buyer is so we can stay away from that buyer. But I don't know. I don't know if you can do that, but man, we gotta make sure like he don't do that to nobody else. We gotta blackball him. I hate that happened, Daniel. I never had that happen before, but I've heard about stuff like that happening. But yeah, so we go look, and if you don't have a we go look, I tell everybody, like, or at least I tell everybody, I tell the people that that talk to me a lot, every market that you in, get you some agents so that if you need somebody to look at a property, you have an agent that can go look at the property. I have a problem right now with the Portsmouth property because I had like an agent who was more, I don't know. You call her metro agent. She's a metro agent. But get you like a hardcore, we about to make this money kind of agent, and they'll go out there and take the pictures for you if you can't get we go look. But hopefully that hardcore agent has buyers. But I would do get somebody like that. Um, if you don't have a we go look. But I still tell everybody, any market you're in, you want buyers and you want agents. Every market that that's just my 2 cents. But I hate that, man. I hate that. If I don't know if you know or not, but if you go to the county, um, you can put an intent to sell if you already have it under contract. But yeah, if you don't have it under contract, like I mean intent to sell. I'm sorry. It's like kind of like an intent to buy. It's like showing the county that you and the seller have a contract together, so it clouds the title, so nobody else can buy it except for you. But you can only do that is if you're on the contract. So you weren't on the contract, so that doesn't help you in this case. But yeah, we go look, but make some friends with some agents for that. Good advice. These are concerns I have. My coworker is Trudy, by the way. We are faithful fans. I might have seen Trudy. Thank you. We'll be in touch. Yeah, no problem, Anita. It was nice meeting you too. Hopefully y'all knocking out the park. And but yeah, y'all don't want nothing, splitting y'all up or something. So just try to get all that stuff out the way, of how y'all want to do it and you know, be fair. Well, guys, it's been about an hour. I don't know. I'm probably about to get out of here unless y'all got any more questions. I'll answer them real quick. But hope maybe Byron's watching this while he's driving his clothes into something. I don't know. Let me see if there's any more questions. Wait a second. All right. Well, I don't see any more questions. I hate to hear that, Daniel. Agents and we go look. But today's Friday, so I guess we'll see y'all Monday unless y'all in Byron's elite group, and it might be Sunday night. But until next time, peace.